Hey guys, it's Megan from MeganAlisaMedium.com, and today I'm trying to help you guys find the best mediumship development circle for you. So today we're talking about finding a development circle for your mediumship development. It's super important that you find a good circle, whether that is in person or online, to join with a tutor, leader, teacher, whatever you want to call them, that they are experienced and they understand what they're doing, because otherwise they're teaching you things that are going to need to be untaught, and that takes more effort on your part and other future tutors. So finding the right development circle for you is super important. If you happen to live in the UK, you're really lucky because you have the spiritualist churches that you can go to and attend. I know sometimes I've heard that even the circle leaders there can be a bit iffy, but you just have to feel it out. You have to know what it feels true to you, and knowing some of the things I'm going to be talking about will be helpful to finding that for you. If you happen to live in the States like I do, we do not have spiritualist churches here, unfortunately, to join circles with, or at least they don't in California that I'm aware of. They do, I know in Lilydale and that sort of thing, and on the East Coast, but I am not there, so whatever. So how I found my circle was through a metaphysical bookstore that is nearby. And I got very, very lucky because the first circle I joined happened to have a fantastic teacher who was trained in the UK. And I didn't have to kind of go around trying to find where I fit. I felt at home there. I knew I had a great teacher, and I got very lucky. So not everybody is that lucky to begin with. So I'm going to try to help you guys find what you're looking for and what you want to try to avoid when you are looking for a circle. So you need to look for a circle, because even if you are practicing or you're brand new or whatever you're doing, you have to learn to differentiate what is your mind and what's spirit. And that takes training. That takes somebody that understands what's going on with you, that they can feel into your energy and they can tell, or they can feel the spirit person along with you and they can tell what information is supposed to be coming and that sort of thing. So it's important. It's an important skill to learn, because you might not know. You might think it's spirit and it might just be your brain, because there's a thin line between the two of those. You have to learn to empty out your mind through a practice of sitting in the power, which I discussed in a previous video of why that is very important. But if you go to a circle, you sit in the power together, you build that power together. You get to talk about your experiences and hear other people's experiences, and then start to understand how it's different for everybody, which I think is very useful. So obviously you also get to practice. So that is an important thing to do. You definitely want to be practicing in a safe environment and learning to get your nose, learning to know what that feels like, learning how to just unfold your skills when it comes to doing readings. It's very, very important that you're not out there working with the public before you have really been trained to do so properly, because there is a great responsibility that comes with psychic or mediumship work that needs to be taught, and that needs to be held by you in a way that you understand that. When you go out and you are working with the public, that what you say has a huge weight. What you are doing there is you are trying to bring healing, and you don't want to accidentally bring anxiety or pain to somebody because you don't really know the right way to be talking about certain things, or you don't really know what you should be saying, or if you don't know if it's your mind. When you go to somebody, a psychic or a medium, and they start telling you negative things, almost 99%, 100% of the time, that's their own mind. The spirit world does not bring forward negative things to talk about, or scary things, or things that are going to bring you anxiety. They just do not do that. That is not how spirit works. So I want you to know that ahead of time, also for your own benefit of going to have a reading, or as when you're working. So what you want to be looking for from a circle leader. You want to look for somebody that does not have a big ego, somebody that's humble, somebody that does this for service to people. They do this through a heart-centered place, through wanting to serve spirit and serve people here in this world. That is very important because we don't really have room for big egos in this work. It's not what it's for. It's not for our benefit. It's, yes, we get a benefit of feeling their love. We get a benefit of knowing we're helping. We get a benefit of that sort of thing, or fulfilling what we feel is our life path for our soul. Those are benefits for us, but it's not about finding fame and fortune. Like, if it happens to come to you through this, then awesome. If it doesn't, which I think majority of us probably not likely, it's not about that. It's about helping other mediums. It's about helping. I'm going to take another video about this as well, but we're on the same team. All of us, all of us developing mediums, psychics, all of us doing spiritual work. And we're always developing, by the way. We don't ever stop. We shouldn't ever stop. And no matter where you're at in your path with this, how many years you've been doing it, development continues, or it should. Okay, so we're all serving a greater good. We're all here to be bringing forward the love and the healing from the spirit world. And if you're not doing that, if your intention isn't to do that, then I really would like you to maybe consider finding something else that would bring you that sort of fulfillment, because that's really what it's supposed to be about. Anyway, so you want to find a teacher. I'm going to just adjust myself real quick here. Okay, so you want to find a teacher that doesn't have a big ego. So that's first. You want to find a teacher that is going to make sure that the environment in the room also is supportive, is also the students aren't coming in with an ego, because that's not going to be great. You want to find a teacher that is going to create a harmonious environment. So when we talk about the importance of having a harmonious energy between the people that are sitting in a circle, that's really, really important, because the spirit world can work much, much better in those conditions than they could if, there was squabbling or resentment, or, he did better than I did, and blah, 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 whatever human stuff that we bring forward with our work that we're doing. We just have to leave all that aside. We have to just go in with an open intention of, here, I'm here to learn. I'm here to be open to, to discovering what's possible for me. And to be open to taking criticism. If your teacher is, trying to help you and to say, hey, maybe if you try it this way, that would be better, or whatever, you have to be open to that. That, again, that's an ego thing. If you can't be open to that, then you need to look at yourself. You need to look at what's going on with me that makes me so upset with what's being said right now. Obviously, you want to also find a teacher that's respectful. You don't want to find a tutor that is rude or demeaning or puts you down or makes you feel inadequate. You don't want that. I've heard stories from other teachers and tutors at the Arthur Findlay College, all these things. There are sometimes tutors that make you feel inferior, that you're not good enough, that you need to, find something else to do because you're never going to be a good enough medium and that sort of thing. I've heard those sorts of stories, and that's not true, you guys. Those people have problems. Those people that are telling you that or making you feel like that, that's them. That's not you, okay? So just know that now. Know that now. If somebody ever tries to make you feel like that, that's a problem with them, not with you. So again, finding a teacher or tutor that is going to listen to you, that's going to answer your questions and have the knowledge to answer your questions is really important. Or if they don't know the answer, for them to say, you know what, I don't know the answer. Maybe we can try to find out. For them to just be honest and say like, hey, I don't know. I've never had that question before. I've never had that experience before, or whatever. So somebody that's just very humble, somebody, like I said, is doing this service for the greater good and wanting to help. So there's that. Again, harmony within the group is very important. You want to find somebody that you also maybe have seen their mediumship or through a demonstration, or you've had a one-on-one reading, or you've heard great things about them, or something like that. Because you want to obviously be learning from somebody you respect their mediumship, somebody that you know is a good evidential medium, because you don't really want to be learning from somebody that isn't great with what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we're not comparing and that sort of thing. We can only compare ourselves to ourselves. So we can only compare ourselves to, what we were doing last week, or, last year, or something like that. But if you can find a medium that is someone you can look up to, then that's obviously better to be learning from than somebody that doesn't really have enough experience to be helping you the way that you need to. Next thing I would say is find somebody that isn't fear-based. Find somebody that's grounded. Find somebody that gets that this is like our reality, our physical reality. That's important. I don't really like, for myself, I don't really like when I hear teachers talking about things that aren't really provable, or things that I can't validate, or they're just very airy-fairy. Like, for me, that doesn't work for me. Yeah, maybe some people like that, but I don't particularly see that as being evidential mediumship. And that's kind of what we're really going for, right? We're really looking for evidence. And so for me, I know the spirit world is there because I've experienced it, and they're tangible. And I can tell you that, things have been validated and all these things. So there's a reason why I know it. Now you're going to have that experience for yourself. And that's how it is for anybody that's skeptical, anybody that's brand new to this. You should have that experience for yourself. You shouldn't just take it off of what somebody says, because yeah, that's great to have faith like that, but to know it, to really know it, that's what you really want. And that's why we do this work, right? Isn't it? As mediums, we're doing this so so it's not a question, so that it's evidential, so that, what I'm saying, or whatever medium's working with you, that there's no way they could know it, it's information coming from that spirit person that you're wanting to link with and to connect with and get that information from, to know their survival. That's why we're doing this. Anyway, coming back on track to the circle. So you're looking for somebody that's not fear-based, somebody that's grounded, somebody that is going to teach you that the spirit world is love. So I don't jive with the teaching of some teachers that teach you need to protect yourself, or you're going to get attachments, or you're going to get negative spirits, or there's demons, and there's this and there's that. I do not agree with that, and I do not want that being taught to people. I've never had that experience. I've never had a negative spirit or a negative energy, a negative anything that's happened through this work since I've been developing, and I understand what this is. I don't ever protect myself. I don't ever need to feel that I need to do that or to ask for that, because I know my guides and helpers are with me. I know my guides and helpers' job is to make sure that I'm safe, to make sure that I'm doing all these things. And I don't believe that when I'm connecting with spirit, that it's anything but love. My mentor, Michael Mayo, would say the same thing. He's never in his 14, almost 15 years experience ever had a negative experience. And then also my other teacher, Eileen Davies, also his teacher, she's been working for like 45 years and never ever had a negative experience. So, people can say what they want to say about that, and people are going to have a different opinion potentially. But what I find is that people that have had a negative experience, it's because of the filter of the mind. It's because there's fear. It's because there's social conditioning and scary movies, and there's this, and there's these people out there saying that it's scary, or that it's, that it's negative, or that it's whatever, or there's a religious undertone, or there's a religion that has, made them feel this way, has taught them this. And you just have to experience for yourself. I think that you just have to know and believe that the spirit world is really love, right? They're a high vibration of love, and we cannot really connect with them when we have fear and we're in that lower negative vibration. It's too hard. You can't really. It just doesn't work. You have to raise your vibration, and you have to be of a place of love and of genuine service, really, to connect properly. At least that's what I feel, and to get that really strong link there. So anyway, so finding somebody that's not fear-based is, I think, very, very important thing, because you're going to have to unlearn that otherwise. And that's sort of annoying to have to unlearn certain things. Also, I like, for my teacher, how I have been taught, from both of them, Eileen and Michael, I like the idea of not having a checklist. So some teachers, they will teach you have to get this information from the spirit person. You have to get name, what they look like, what they did, and da-da-da. You have like a checklist, right, of things you have to get when you're doing this work. Well, I've been taught that that's not really helpful. It's not beneficial to you or the spirit person you're trying to work with. So I've been taught to just be very, very open to whatever the experience is that they want to talk about. So when I come into it, I'm just open. I'm just, letting them tell their story, letting them tell what they want to say to the person, because they know they're intelligent. They don't need me interfering and saying what they can say and what they can't say. And so I really like that as well. So if you can find a teacher that is teaching like that, I think that would be a benefit to you. And let's see if there's anything else I would say as far as the importance of finding a circle. I would say, obviously, somebody that, the circle is a regular thing and that there's a commitment there. I sit in open circles, and I also sit in closed circles. So the one I'm talking about for the mediumship development is an open circle. You can find closed circles so that the people are the same and the energy then, gels a little bit. I happen to go to a circle that were mostly are the same people, and then some people come and go as it is, which is fine. It doesn't seem to be an issue. Everybody that comes is really lovely, and again, Michael sets a tone of being open and receptive and having a harmony in the class and that sort of thing. So on very rare occasion, there's maybe somebody that is a little more difficult, and that's okay. They don't end up typically staying, and so that's just sort of how it works out. It's actually a good experience. It's good to have those experiences where they're difficult people, because you're going to have difficult sitters. You're going to have people that are going to sit there and give you a hard time, because that's just how people are sometimes. So it's actually good to have those experiences. Also, I think it's very important for you to find a circle, whether, again, online or in person. I mean, for me, I prefer in person just because that's for me. So if you can find in person, I think that is probably best. But if you can't, or if you have an additional one online and that sort of thing, it's always helpful. But you're there so that you can learn the difference between your thoughts and the spirit world's thoughts that they want to impress. You need to have a discipline and to learn that, and you learn that through circle. You learn that through making mistakes. You learn that through going and doing readings, and it's important. It's very important. You don't want to be out there in the world causing pain, unnecessary pain to people, because you have not been taught ethics. Ethics when it comes to mediumship is very important. So we want to make sure that we're doing that properly. So finding a circle, practicing, doing it as long as you need to really get yourself to a place where you feel you're really ready to work with the public and to offer something of value to them. I think it's really important. So anyway, those are my tips for finding a circle for mediumship development, and what I recommend that you are looking for. Obviously, you can not listen to anything I say. That's okay too. But I really feel that what I'm telling you would be really beneficial to you and your development. So, and that's all I really had to say today. So if you want to find me at meganalisamedium.com, you can, find out more about me and book a reading if you're interested in that. I would love it if you like and share this video with people you think that it would benefit. And if you would like to subscribe to this channel and get more information like this, I would love that too. If you happen to have any questions or comments or questions you'd like to have me answer, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.